Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video we will be comparing HostGator to HostGator. Now, HostGator and HostGator are two of the most popular web hosting platforms, and in this video we are going to take a deep dive into the pricing, the features, what you actually get offered with both of these platforms, and overall figure out which is going to be the best tool for you. If you do want to sign up to either of these two tools, you can do so using the links down in the description. With HostGator, this will give you up to 75% off, and with HostGator, you can get up to 79% off. Keep in mind that although these are partner links, this does not affect the review at all, as I'm just going to be giving you facts and features rather than a personally biased review. Now, if we look into this, the first thing that we can take a look at here is going to be the price. Now, HostGator is going to start off at $2.99 per month, and HostGator is going to start out slightly cheaper at $2.75 per month. Now, both of these are with the discount that I mentioned at the start of the video, but this is very interesting. So HostGator starts off cheaper by about 24 cents per month. But if we take a look at this, when we renew, HostGator is going to be a lot cheaper. HostGator reviews at $10.99 per month. HostGator for this cheaper plan renews at $7.99 per month. Now, if you are confused between the initial price that we are given here and the renewal price with both of these tools, essentially what hosting providers do is they give people a very good incentive to actually sign up through them. So this is where you see these 75% discounts, these 79% discounts. These are for getting you in the door. So what this means is if we go to purchase one of these plans right here, we can now choose the period that we would like to sign up for. So you can see with HostGator right here, if we sign up for 48 months, we get $2.99 per month pricing for the full 48 months. If we go for 12 months, you can see we get this at $2.99, but just for 12 months. And then after this 12-month period, it's then going to renew at the full price, which is $9.99 per month. As well, this is kind of strange, but the longer you go for, so the longer period we choose, the cheaper it's going to renew at as well. So if you are going to buy hosting, you are definitely incentivized to buy a longer term hosting plan. And this is true for pretty much every hosting provider out there. We can see HostGator does the exact same thing. If we go for 36 months, this is $2.75. 12 months, it goes up slightly to $3.95. And then 1 month is going to be very expensive at $11.95. So this is another difference as well. HostGator only allows you to have this cheaper pricing for a maximum of 3 years, whereas HostGator, you can go for a full 4 years at this $2.99 pricing. Now, with that out of the way, now that you understand the difference between the pricing shown here and the renewal price, let's actually take a look at what you get with all of these plans. So starting off with the cheaper plan on both of these tools, with HostGator, we get up to 100 websites that we can create, and on HostGator, we only get 10. Definitely not super important. There's probably not going to be many people who want to create more than 10 websites, unless you're an agency or you are building websites for clients. Next, we can go down and look at this. We get 100 gigabytes of SSD storage with this cheapest plan on HostGator, and this is where HostGator really lacks in my opinion. Only 10 gigabytes of SSD storage. So this is storage for any images, videos, essentially anything that you want to upload to your website. HostGator is only going to give us 10 gigabytes worth of files to upload. HostGator is going to give us 100. With both of these providers, we do get a free domain for the first year, so we can see that right here, and then free domain for the first year on HostGator. We get a professional email with both of these tools, basic email included, and free email right here. And this is another big negative for HostGator in my opinion. They actually do not offer any kind of backups for free anyway. So with the Hatchling plan, we don't get any backups included, which means you need to purchase this as an add-on. Now, the reason backups are so important, weekly backups are nice to have. Daily backups is ideally what we want. Because essentially, anytime you are making changes to your website, if you are using WordPress, you might even install plugins, there is a small chance that you could just destroy the entire website. I've done that many times before, where I've been editing, I've maybe installed a plugin, and everything has just blown up. If you have backups, you can essentially go to that backed up version of your website, the one that you had before, and you can just set that to the current website. Whereas if we don't have any backups, like right here on HostGator, if you destroy the website, it's gone. Like, you have to start from scratch and rebuild it. So HostGator does offer this, but not included with these plans, and you do need to purchase that as an additional upsell. Now, looking at the business plan, and if you are going to go with either of these hosts, I recommend going with the middle plan right here. For starters, on Hostinger, this is where we get daily backups, so you can edit your website with full confidence and full safety. Once again, HostGator, no kind of backups on this middle plan. I really don't like this. Like, I really think with a web provider, we should have at least as an absolute minimum, weekly backups. On top of this, the storage that we get right here with Hostinger, 200 gigabytes of NVMe storage. So you will notice on the lower plan, we get SSD. On this middle plan, we get NVMe. Now, to make this super simple, NVMe is essentially just a faster version of storage. If you have NVMe, it essentially makes your website load faster than SSD. With HostGator, we get 20 gigabytes, so 10 times less, and it's standard SSD storage. Aside from that, we essentially get everything that we get in the basic. And with both of these upgrades, the biggest difference is the storage. And on Hostinger, it's going to be allowing daily backups. Then for the top plans, I don't really recommend these, honestly, for most people. You probably don't need these. Maybe on HostGator, I would actually recommend this, just to get your daily backups. But on Hostinger, I don't recommend this. For most people, this is really overkill. And look at this. We get the same amount of storage. We get daily backups in both of these tools. This plan is essentially a little bit overkill, unless you are running an agency and you need up to 300 websites. Now, if we take a look over on Trustpilot and see how customers of both of these tools feel, both of them are absolutely fantastic. We can see with HostGator 9,384 reviews, and with Hostinger, we can see right here, we have 4.6 stars, so a slight better rating here for Hostinger, but not a massive difference that I would make a judgment off of. The biggest difference that we see here is just the amount of reviews that Hostinger has compared to HostGator. This is just because Hostinger is a bigger company, it caters for more clients, and looking at the options that they give, you can probably see why. And then the final thing that we are going to talk about with both of these tools is going to be the panel that they use. So this is essentially when you are inside of the hosting, what kind of panel do they use? How do you install WordPress? How do you start building your website? Everything like this. So this right here is cPanel, and this is what HostGator uses. Now, cPanel is not owned by HostGator. It's kind of like how Samsung use Android, but a bunch of other phones also use Android. A lot of different hosting providers use cPanel. However, with cPanel, it's a little bit dated. Like you can see right here, this doesn't look like something from 2024. With that being said, it's still very easy to use and fantastic for beginners. So in here, we can go down. We can see all of the files that we have stored on our hosting server. We can access our emails right here. And then to access WordPress, we can just click in. You can install it right here if you haven't already, but I have, so I'm just going to access WordPress by clicking in and then log in. And just like that, I am now in WordPress. Now, Hostinger is very different because Hostinger uses HPanel, which is their own custom panel. So if cPanel is like Android and a bunch of different companies use it, the HPanel Hostinger is like iOS, where only one company uses it and they created it themselves. I like HPanel a lot more, and here's why. First of all, it just looks better. Like from a user interface point of view, it just looks a lot more clean and a lot more like it was created in 2024 than cPanel does. And we also get a bunch of benefits. So right here, we can see things like the malware scanner. So any malware on your website, it's going to pick up. We can run a page speed test. So I can run a speed test on my website right now to see how fast this is. And if I need to maybe upgrade my hosting, if I have like a really big website, it's going to tell me how long it takes for my website to load. So as we can see right now, I'm at a 96 score, we can see the page speed loaded in 1.7 seconds, so I have no worries about that, and I can continue using my website without upgrading. Over here, we can access the email area, we can see the backups, the daily backups that we have, we can see the domain is active, we can go down and see any WordPress plugins that I have. If any of them have security vulnerabilities, essentially this is just going to tell me when they need updating, when a new update is released. And we do have a few other things down here, like a few extra benefits, but they are not super important, so I'm not going to go into detail. To access WordPress, it's even easier. I just open the admin panel right here, and then this is going to send me directly over to WordPress, just like that. So overall, when we are comparing HostGator and HostGator, HostGator is definitely going to be the winner. Although you do have to pay a few extra cents per month at first, when you first buy your hosting, it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run because HostGator's renewal price is a lot cheaper. On top of this, the fact that HostGator plans give you 10 times the storage, faster storage with the NVMe plans, they also give some kind of backup on all of these plans, and the fact that the H panel is better than C panel, HostGator is the clear winner in this comparison. So that is my comparison between HostGator and HostGator. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button, and until next time, take it easy.